Hello. So, in this episode, I am going to try to name as many British authors as I can in 30 minutes. Yeah, this is going to be novelists, poets, playwrights, anything in that niche. So, I'm going to give myself 30 minutes, so let's start right now. Okay, so let's go earliest. So, Geoffrey Chaucer and William Langland. Okay, let's do Thomas More. And then should I include Thomas Cranmer, Book of Common Prayer? I mean, he wrote Book of Common Prayer. I'll count him. Alright, let's do all the Elizabethans. Alright, so obviously William Shakespeare. Christopher Marlowe. Let's get Ben Jonson. And let's get Sir Philip Sidney. Edmund Spenser. Alright, let's get John Milton, John Dryden, John Donne. Let's get John Suckling. Let's get Andrew Marvell, Thomas Gray. Let's get Nicholas Udall, Royster Doyster, and Radcliffe, Mysteries of Udolpho. Let's get Forbin. I think it's H-N, yep, alright. Let's get Thomas Middleton, Thomas Kidd. Let's get John Fletcher, William Wycherley, The Country Wife, and William Congreve, to the Way of the World. Anything else pre-1700? No. Alright, let's get Horace Walpole. Let's get the two Fannies, Fanny Burney and Fanny Hill, both of whom I forgot to include in my Name 100 Women series. Who else should I include? Well, let's get the Angela Carter Body Chamber, Elizabeth Brannon, Lee Audley Secret, and Maria Edgeworth. So Rackrent. Let's get Philip Massenet, New Way to Pay Old Debts, or something along those lines. I think that was what that work was called. George Farquhar, Beau Stratagem. Okay, let's get who else should I include? Alright, I better not waste too much more time. So let's get unless I want to include another anyone else from the Senate. Yes. Let's get Henry Fielding, Lawrence Stern. Now we got, let's see. Now, I should include Daniel Defoe and Jonathan Swift, even though they were from Ireland. Though it was still part of British, the UK was still part of the British Empire at the time, so might as well include them, as well as Richard Brinsley Sheridan. Oliver Goldsmith. Should, let me just make sure I'm not missing any big names from the previous centuries. I don't think I am. Okay, let's get Jane Austen. Let's get the Brontes. Charlotte Bronte, Emily Bronte, Anne Bronte. Did I space? Yeah, I did space it. Alright, let's get the late poets. Alright. Oh, I should include Colley Cibber. I never included him. Let's go. Alright. Samuel Taylor Coleridge. William Wordsworth. Let's get Robert Southey. John Clare. And let's get John Keats. Lord Byron. Alfred Lord Tennyson. William Blake. Okay, anyone else I want to include for the poets? Alright, I should just, yeah, I never did John Webster, Duchess of Malfi, and, yep, I think that's all I want to include there. So, yeah, let's continue. Thomas Hardy, let's get, okay, George Eliot. Of course, cannot forget Charles Dickens. What else do I want? Let's get, yeah, Elizabeth Gaskell. And then let's get Robert Browning and Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Richard Lovelace. And, Robert Lowell's American. I keep forgetting if Robert Lowell was British or American. I think he was I think Robert Lowell was American, so, yeah. Let's get, let's do Robert Burns, Louis Stevenson, and Sir Walter Scott. I just want to go through poets or stuff. James McPherson and William Topaz McGonagall. I'm not sure if I spelled his name correctly, but it's close enough. Let's see. What else should I include? Any other figures we should include? Let's go. Yeah, so I'll do Dylan Thomas. I'll do Roald Dahl. Let's do Beatrix Potter. And then I'll do, Travers, Dodie Smith. And Enid Blyton. All those classic children's novels out of the way. And, yeah, let's get, alright, we'll do Virginia Woolf, Agatha Christie, and then, yeah. Again, he was born in George Bernard Shaw, he was born in Ireland, but again, it was still part of the British Empire at the time. Born into the British Empire, so I am including him. And I think, same thing with John Millington Synge. And then also Sean O'Casey, although they were all born in modern day Ireland, but they were all born into the British Empire, so I am going to include them. And Samuel Beckett as well. They were still they were born into the British Empire, so I am including them. So other yeah. And then I should include Leonard Woolf, because he was a writer too. He was in the Bloomsbury group as well. Okay. Okay, now we're getting into the thick of it. Benjamin Disraeli was an author and Prime Minister. He also wrote a few books. And then, okay. Here we go. Let's get Daphne du Maurier. I don't think there's an I in Daphne. And let's get do Graham Greene. And okay. We'll do, what do I want to do next? Okay, how many minutes? I have 17 minutes and 36 seconds left. Okay, let's get more poets. Yeah, let's get more poets. Yeah. Wilfred Owen, Rupert Brooke, and Siegfried Sassoon. John Masefield. Let's get Philip Larkin. Cecil Day Lewis. The grandfather of actor Daniel Day-Lewis. And then we have John Betjeman. And Ted Hughes, Andrew Motion, Caroline Duffy, and Simon Armitage. Alright. All of the, yeah, those are all the 20th. Philip Larkin was not poet laureate, but he's an important figure. He's an important British poet to include. But other than that, yeah, I included all of the 20th century poet laureates. Who else do I want to include? Yeah, yeah, now I think I'm gonna start. Alright, so now halfway done. I think I'm now gonna, yeah, let's get through, let's do playwrights now. Noel Coward, Tom Stoppard, even though he was born in Czechoslovakia. He's a naturalized British citizen. Let's get, we got John Osborne, Harold Pinter, Joe Orton. Let's get, Michael Frayn. We have, Terrence Rantigan. And, let's get, yeah, any other major British playwright that I haven't said Alan Ayckbourn yet. I think that's how you spell his name. No, that's not how you spell his name. Yeah, I think this is how you spell his name. Yeah, let's get yeah, Alan Bennett. And, okay. Am I missing any other, major recent British playwright? Okay, let's get Carol Churchill. And yeah, what's his name? Jez Butterworth. And yeah, any other playwright, any other British playwrights? And I think I got every playwright I could think of. So yeah, I think it's safe for me. Let's move on. How about fantasy, right? Yeah, alright, J.R.R. Tolkien, even though he was born in South Africa, naturalized British citizen. Rudyard Kipling and George Orwell, both of whom were actually born in India, but again, naturalized British citizens. C.S. Lewis. I also never include Lewis Carroll. And yeah. Also Edward Lear, Charles Lamb. I never included either of them either. And then I think I can, yeah, let's get, some classic British novels. Alright, let's get, I forgot, yeah, J.P. Donleavy, I think that's how you spell his name. I got L.P. Hartley, The Go-Between. Let's get, Anthony Hope, Prisoner's End, Max Beerbohm, Zalrika Dobson. Let's get, I never did Joseph Conrad. Again, born Poland, but naturalized British citizen. Let's get, the Amoses, Kingsley Amis and Martin Amis. And then let's do Charles Kingsley, The Water Babies, Arthur Ransom, Swallows and Amazons. And let's do, yeah, let's do, okay, let's get, yes, I'll do Nancy Mitford again. There's 6 Mitford sisters, but I only know the, Nancy's the only first name I remember. And again, we'll do A.S. Byatt and Margaret Drabble. Let's do A.E. Houseman. And I never did Edward Bulwer Lytton. Also Edward Gibbon, decline and fall of the Roman Empire. Then do Arnold Toynbee and Lytton Strachey, eminent Victorians. Okay, let's get, I never did. W. Jordan, Christopher Ishward. And then let's get A.A. Milne. We have, alright, 10 minutes left. Doing pretty well here. Got John Wyndham and Wyndham Lewis. Okay, let's get, what else do I want to get? Any other poets that I'm missing that I should have? Yes, Robert Herrick. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. And Clement Clark Moore. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Okay, alright, so I get, I'll just continue with some children's authors. So David Walliams, Judith Kerr, who I also forgot to include in my Name 100 Women series. Let's get Mallory Blackman, Julia Donaldson. Let's do some detective. P.D. James. And let's get Lynn Dayton, Frederick Forsyth. That reminds me, John Galsworthy. Let's get William Golding and William Goldman. I think both of them were British, I think, yeah. Actually, I think there's yep. And both Golding and William Goldman were British, so. Well, Sam, let's get more crime novels. Ruth Rendell, Ian Rankin. Alright, 7 minutes left. Obviously, Ian Fleming, can't forget him. And, of course, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Did I do John Fletcher? Let me just make sure. Did I do John Fletcher? Just want to make sure. Yeah, I did include John Fletcher. Okay. Okay, let's get, any more detective? Any more, popular, Is Jack Higgins British or is he American? I'm not entirely sure, so I'm not entirely sure, so I'm not gonna put him down. Actually, I think he was British. I'm gonna put him down. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Yeah, let's get, alright, let's get, Martin McDonough, Archibald MacLeish, not to be confused with the real name of Cary Grant, which is Archibald Leach. Let's do, I think... Should I include Brendan Behan? Because he's Irish, but I think he was also a naturalized British citizen. Let's get Raymond Briggs. I'll do the ones I included in my Name 100 Women Challenge: Catherine Cookson, Barbara Cartland, Barbara Taylor Brandford, and alright, so let's get Booker Bernadine Evaristo. Let's get I'll do Doris Lessing, haven't included her yet. Kazuo Ishiguro, the Nobel Prize for Literature winners. Yeah, let's do alright, Iris Murdoch. And Kiran Desai, Arundhati Roy, Vikram Seth, they were all from India. Well, I'll do, Hilary Mantel, Zadie Smith, and I have 3 minutes 43. Can I get to 200? Probably not, but I'll try. Let's do John Banville, and I did the C. Let's get alright, 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. Yeah. Bell Bainbridge. And, Ken Follett. Let's get, and James Herrick. And, Kenneth Graham, can't forget him. One's in the Willows, and Jane Barry, of course. Can't forget him. Alright, 2 minutes 35. Let's see, am I missing any important ones? I got Graham Greene. I have 1 minute 41. Can I think of anything in the last minute? Jeffrey Archer. And, Kate Moss with an E. Kate Atkinson. Rebecca West. And, I'm at 170 now. Should I do... Yeah, I think Neville Shute, Neville Shute, I think, was actually born in the UK, but was he... Yeah, so Neville Shute was actually British. I initially thought he was Australian, but he was actually, British. I'll get, Thomas Carlyle, I might as well get. I have 30 seconds left. Can I fit a few more in? Uh... Uh... 876. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop there. 3, 2, 1, and time is up. Alright. Alright, so 172. That is pretty good. There may be a couple there that aren't actually British, but I wasn't entirely sure, but I still put them up there anyway because at least I thought they were British, but yep, I think this is pretty decent. Obviously, there are going to be a few names that I didn't put down that I should have put down, but nonetheless, I did very well, so yep, that is it for now.